wife to an amazing man who's here. But she's a military wife, and she's the best wife ever, and sick by her husband's side, nobody's business. And watching them this last year has been the most amazing, I'm going to screw you up, baby, I'm sorry, part of my journey. It's one of my most rewarding things this last year, because she could have made every excuse in the book. You think you have an excuse? She moved here, she knew no one. She wasn't in a new state, she was in a new country, and she didn't speak the language. And she had one thing. She had her turtle kick certification. And she said, I want to make fitness, like I'm gonna do this. And her beautiful broken English. And we would sit on calls and I would talk so slow. I walked her through everything. She came to All-Star Presenter Camp where she had to like get on the mic and cue. Guys, it's already hard enough to like move and talk at the same time. She's having to translate while moving and talking. Oh my gosh. But she's like, 2 knees. What are 2 knees in English? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I was like, just use your hands, baby. Just use your hands. Just point, say go. It works. It works. Her journey took a lot longer than some of the people on our team. But I never gave up on her. There's certain people that give up on themselves, but she never quit. And it was a moment for me that something in my head clicked, where it's not about speed. You sometimes see a lot of these people and they just speed race, but guess what? They're not stable. And they're building these business centers out of like a deck of cards. Like it's like a house of cards. It's not stable. And Akane finally got her hubby, who went through our new coach camp. And he did it. He was her emerald that got her to diamond. Yeah, he did it. It was a team effort. It was something that for me, watching them, my jaw was just on the floor. Because he says, you moved here for me, I'm going to do this for you. And I told her I'm going to make her like say her whole story because she hates when I make her speak in public. Anybody hates public speaking, but whenever English, I said you can't say it in Japanese. You can't. You can. I mean, we can all get a lesson. But we have. I don't know. We're gonna see. Is it gonna play? I have no idea what. This is not it. We need to go to Safari and cross our fingers and hold our breath and say, does the internet work? So she's not going to tell her whole life story, okay? But she wrote, she might tell her whole life story. You just do you, boo, okay? Just point and say go. And if at any moment, you know, just start speaking in Japanese.
I knew it's gonna happen because I know she always makes me cry even over the phone. Remember? I actually did prepare 2 pages and I don't think I can finish this in 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna cut it maybe here and there. But my name is Akane. I'm from Japan. As you know, I started my coaching business in September of 2011, and it was 2 months after we moved to this country. And I didn't know anybody, and where to start? Okay, can I just read it? We have 3 children and 2 girls and 1 boy. At the time, my youngest was 3 years old, and he was with me all day. And before we moved here, we had a decent income. I was working as an English teacher, and John, my husband back there, had extra income from being overseas. We never had to worry about money when we were there in Japan. And our kids were involved in many activities such as ballet, swimming, etc. And I had made my parents to take care of them while I was at work. And we were doing very good financially. But after we came here, everything has changed. Um, I had no income because I lost my job to come here. And John's overseas benefit were gone. So we lost about $7,000 a month of income at once. So I didn't know what to do. And I didn't even have a driver's license, and my English was not perfect. And all I wanted was to buy a ticket and go home. And I could not plan any kids' activity because it cost a lot, and and I can't take them because I don't know how to drive. And I was stuck at home. Oh, thank you. You know how it is. Oh, God. And I was so depressed at home, and all I could do was the turbo cake at home with the DVD I had never taught before. So I decided to go to gym, to maybe I can find turbo cake around the gym in our house, near our house. But there wasn't any classes that says turbo cake. So I decided to teach as an instructor. So I contacted Ali, and she asked me to come to one of her trainings, and also talk about coaching opportunity. So I didn't know what the coaching involved, but it sounded really perfect to me to work at home because I didn't want to leave my son, my kids to someone I didn't know, and my kids didn't speak English either. So that was my plan. I was just going to be signed up and start my own business. And here are my obstacles. Number one, I had to talk to my husband about this, and I think I talked to a lot of people, and the number one obstacle I face is that, I have to talk to my husband, and next day when they come back, they said, my husband said no. Do you hear that? Do you get that sometimes? A lot. And I said, I thought I found my ace, and next thing is the husband support. And so I went through the same thing, and so I talked to John, and first thing he said was that, what company is that? It's an online company, and I couldn't explain because I'd never done it before. I just found Ali, and she told me to do this, so I was going to do this. And it's perfect because I can work from home, and I don't have to put my kids to daycare, and I have to pay extra money. So he went to Google and researched, and he listed all the negative things about online business. And I said, I'm here, I'm stuck at home, I need to do something. And just trust me, if I don't make anything in a year, I'll quit. So I made a deal, and he gave me this copy of military order to sign up, and I did. That was 3 years ago. And then number two obstacle I faced was that I didn't know anybody. I realized, after I signed up, I realized that I don't have anybody to talk to. And we chatted over the phone many, many times, and she asked me how many people on your Facebook. I said, I have 80 people. And most of the people were from John's family that lives in Texas. And so she gave me to create a list, and I had a 25 on my list. And she's screaming at me on the phone and said, I can't do this business with 25 people. We gotta find more people. So I started going to volunteer for my daughter's school. And I asked everybody I meet, are you on Facebook? Are you on Facebook? Some people say yes, some people lie to me, say no. I didn't care. I needed more people just to have a relationship. So now I have 625 people. Anyways, but I try to make friends with people with my broken English. Sometimes they don't understand my English. Sometimes I don't even understand their English. So the conversation didn't carry on, didn't last long. But I didn't give up, I couldn't give up because I have a big why to support my children. And I joined meetup.com groups, and I started hula, like dancing hula, traditional hula, and started making more friends. And I just keep going, adding more people onto my Facebook. And the number 3 obstacle, I see a lot of people, and me was money. I didn't have money to spend on my Shakeology for the first 2-3 months. So I just bought a packet of Shakeology so that I can hand it to people I knew. I didn't know about Shakeology either, and I thought it was just shake stuff, like people say. And I didn't know the benefits of it because I wasn't trying to lose weight or I wasn't overweight at all. But then I started to learn more about Shakeology, about ingredients. I just had to learn everything on the Beachbody product and started doing the Modern Travel Kit. I did Insanity. I did every program I can think of. So yes, I did have overcome a lot of obstacles, but I see. But the reason that I kept on going was my big why. My why was so big that I could not give in, and I had my beautiful children to take care of, and I had a passion to help people, and I have a big love for fitness and health, and coaching is the best way to reach out to people I care for, and just like Ali was saying, like teaching only fitness classes, like Travel Kick, is only one-time thing in the class, and I'll be done after class, but then the coaching gives me opportunity to reach out to people from all over the world. My brother-in-law is stationed in Okinawa, and I helped him lose 20 pounds, and that really makes me want to go more as a coaching. And as I look back, all I can say to you or the new coaches here is to find your why and look at what you're doing now. And if you face the situation like, oh, I can't do this, I'm too blah, 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 and just think of me and try again. And I hope that it will help. I was in here 3 months ago as a diamond coach, and I'm here as a diamond. I know she said rank is nothing, and I agree. I do what I do, and if you can remember, just if Akane can do this, I can do this, and please do not give up on your dream. And thank you very much.
This is amazing, and I understood almost everything. It's so good.
better pay for trying to go home. All of my change I spent it on you. Where all the times gone, baby, it's all gone. We had a pair we made for two. Yeah, I know it's hard to remember the people we used to be. It's even harder to picture that you're not here next to me. You say it's too late to make it, but is it too late to try? And in that time that you wasted, all of our bridges burned down. I've wasted my nights, you've turned out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time when we called it love. But even the sun sets in paradise. I'm at a payphone trying to go home. All of my change I spent it on you. Where all the times gone, baby, it's all gone. We had a pair we made for two. If happy ever after did exist, I would still be holding you like this. All those fairy tales are full of it. One more stupid love song, I'll be sick. You turn your back on tomorrow, cause you forget yesterday. I give you my love tomorrow, but you just gave it away. You can't expect me to be fine, I don't expect you to care. I know I've said it before, but all of our bridges burned down. I've wasted my nights, you've turned out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time when we called it love. But even the sun sets in paradise. I'm at a payphone trying to go home. All of my change I spent it on you. Where all the times gone, baby, it's all gone. We had a pair we made for two. If happy ever after did exist, I would still be holding you like this. All those fairy tales are full of it. One more stupid love song, I'll be sick. I know it's hard to remember the people we used to be. It's even harder to picture that you're not here next to me. You say it's too late to make it, but is it too late to try? And in that time that you wasted, all of our bridges burned down. I've wasted my nights, you've turned out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time when we called it love. But even the sun sets